This is one take, one take. This is NBA one take. All right, so we got some free agency and everything else. The first thing, like Michael Porter Jr., right? He was traded to the Nets for Cameron Johnson. Now, when I saw this, I was like, whoa, this is a big move for Denver. And then people were telling me, what do you mean? What about the Nets? I'm like, Michael Porter Jr. always wanted his own team, right? It was always a proven thing with him. And I think him not being there kind of was on the schedule because I said when they won the championship, and I told people, I said, listen, this guy sees himself as a cornerstone of franchise player. Gotta understand where he's coming from. Williams, number one player in the country. All right, he was the number one player in the country coming out of high school. He had a back injury that hurt his chances in college. Then he had a second back injury. Okay, he had a second back injury, and then coming into the league, he dropped, and then so many teams passed on him. Then he signed with the Nuggets. Missed his rookie season, right? Then comes in somewhat all right. Looked great, I think, his next year. And then they gave him a crazy max thing with all types of injury codes, stipulations and things. Then he got hurt again. But he was able to win the championship and be an integral part in doing so. When that happened, I said, oh, man. Whew. I said, I think the guy, he don't want to see himself as a third banana on the wheel, right? And he viewed himself that way. Michael Porter Jr. never held back about his capabilities and what he can do on the court. So him going to the Nets, it is what it is. The Nets is a team really trying to find himself, and Cameron Johnson was one of the pieces. The reason why they couldn't get rid of Cameron Johnson at the time is because no bidder was going to take the Nets offer, and still the Nets had no choice but to make a player-to-player comp to make a deal work. Because they wasn't trying to give up 2 firsts or three 1 first and 3 second. No, teams wasn't doing that for Cameron Johnson. No matter how people feel, he was. But this is a great win for the Denver Nuggets. The guy's gonna come in, he's gonna score, he's gonna do all the little things, the stuff that he did in Phoenix when they went to the finals, all those little things. Right. All right. The next thing is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He signed a 4-year, $62 million deal with the Hawks. This is huge for the Hawks. They're going to get a guy that could come in. Now, maybe a little issues with some of the players on that team and at that position. It may be a logjam there, but I think they'll be able to figure out. He's a starter. He's excellent. You need him. He's very efficient. So this is a big win for the Hawks. All right, the next one is Karis LeVert. He has signed a 2-year, $29 million deal with the Pistons. That's huge. He leaves the Hawks, and then he's going to the Pistons, a team that's up and coming. They're going to need his scoring punch, especially a lot of playmaking because they do have Cade, but they just need that other guy that can play making, and Karis LeVert is one of them. All right, Tyus Jones signed a 1-year, $7 million deal with the Orlando Magic. I like it. He will get opportunities, but They need Tyus Jones to really run the show in at Orlando and have the other guys, the superstars, well, Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner and others. They need to have those guys off the ball. Even Jalen Suggs when he come back. I'm serious. Let Tyus run a team. Okay? He's a safe hand. All right, Brook Lopez signed a 2-year, $18 million deal with the Clippers. This is going to help the Clippers. They're going to have big size at coming off the bench, which was a big hamper for them because it just too much Zubac at times, and he was getting tired too. He just can't go small. He always can't go small like Kawhi Leonard. He's not a power forward. So this is just much needed. He played limited minutes. He's fine. He's a veteran. So he'll come in and do that. Luke Kennard signed a 1-year, $11 million deal with the Hawks. Not a fan of Luke Kennard too much now. But he's getting big bread from the Hawks. It looks like the Hawks got money to spend to try to get themselves out that playing situation. All right, Taurean Prince got a 2-year, $7 million deal with the Bucks. And Gary Trent Jr. signed a 2-year, $7.5 million deal to stay with the Bucks. Now, this is both good deals. The Bucks still figuring out their team, and this is going to be, I think, something definitely needed for them. They have a lot of things, but they have to really figure this whole thing out with Giannis and try to really understand where the F is things gonna go from here. You're bringing back quality role guys, but the thing is, what is Giannis gonna do and everything else, and Dame and all types of things. So they got to figure it out. But this is NBA Onetake's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.